Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. As always, with the position, you want to find something that is relatively comfortable and sturdy. You don't want to be uncomfortable during the practice because then that will just be a distraction during the practice. You also want to find a sense of stability because that gives us a sense of groundedness, of being here to stay. Sitting in a chair works nicely. You can even lie down if you really need to, just don't fall asleep. Or of course you can sit in a formal meditation posture. Just find what works for you. It is also an option to keep your eyes closed or open during this practice. That is up to you. And if you prefer to close your eyes during the practice, go ahead and close your eyes. But if you prefer to keep your eyes open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you. Maybe just glancing at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing at a particular spot in the floor, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly yet clearly downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy seated position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze directed softly yet clearly downwards. As we begin this practice, it's important to start with accepting the way things are. Just notice this moment, the sounds around you, the smell in the air, emotions, thoughts. And watch how the usual reaction to these things can just fade away as we allow, accept. We don't change anything about this moment, letting it all be. Allow your ears to hear what they want to hear. Allow your eyes to see what they want to see. Allow your body to feel what it wants to feel. And allow your mind to think what it wants to think. Completely surrender to what is. There's no achieving here. There's no getting anywhere. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, and no one to become. Find the breath wherever you feel it the most. And allow this breath to gently inhale and exhale by itself. Just notice it. Follow it in and out, rising and falling. And if you're normal, I'm probably interrupting you thinking. And notice how the breath is lost. So as we allow this moment to be, as we surrender to what is, when we get lost in a thought, that is okay. Only the task here is subtle. Simply return to the breath. Again and again. Rising and falling. Come back. Come back to breathing. Gently rising and falling. Allowing this moment to be as it already is. Surrendering to it. Return. Return to this moment. Return to the breath, allowing everything to be as it is. And notice, is there really anything here in your control? Do you control the sounds that you hear? Do you control the feelings and the emotions that arise? Do you control thoughts? Or do they just show up? Let go of this illusion. It's useless. Recognize what already is. And completely surrender everything to it, here and now. All right, you can look at the screen. Now, I don't know if you noticed or if it was profound to you at all, especially at the end there. To see if you actually control what you think you control. We go through our lives very distracted, very involved in not only just thoughts, but other media and problems and worries and things you have to pay attention to. Rarely do we get a time to actually reflect on what's going on, to actually look, which is what meditation is. Time to actually pay attention to what is happening here and now. Not paying attention to what we want to happen, what we need to work on to make sure that happens, and what did happen, and the things that you have to worry about now that you don't want to worry about anymore, the things, the past and the future, but really right here. And we think we control thinking. And notice how I said that. We think we control thinking. But just like we don't control sounds, if you just pay attention to sound, it comes out of nowhere. Now, of course, you can pay attention, you can control sound if you put on headphones and play a song that you know. But even then, you didn't make that song. Or even if you did, most of the time, you're not controlling what you hear. You're walking down the street, you hear birds, cars, people walking, chattering, gunshots, whatever. And the same thing with feelings, body sensations. We, though, for some reason, think that thoughts that come in the head and emotions that go through the body are our own doing for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's a strange illusion that we create for ourselves. Maybe we're told that from an early age. Who knows? Don't feel this way. You're supposed to feel that way. Why do you feel that way? Grow up. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be sad. Be happy. Everything's good. Telling you how you should feel makes us have the illusion that we are in control of our feelings. We're not. We're also not in control of the thoughts that go through our head. They happen. Now, if you really just pay attention to what happens, you'll notice that thoughts happen in the same way our heartbeat happens. They come up and they disappear. It goes dun 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 dun. Thoughts goes think, 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 think. But then there's a further thought that says, I thought that. But we don't say that about our heartbeat. We don't say, I beat my heart. Yeah. So what's amazing, though, is to see this illusion of control. We think that we control thinking. We control our emotions. And so we're all balled up and tense, trying to control what we can't. So we waste all this energy. And even in life, things happen. Most of the day is out of our control. We know this. Yet, we behave as though we control everything. And so we get frustrated when bad things happen. We get surprised that bad things happen. Why? We get sick, we're like, no, it's my fault. So, that's what's really one of the things that are really useful about practice is to see what is really going on. Because if we're just distracted and going through our day, going through our to-do list and going through our time, we're not going to see that a lot of this stuff that shows up isn't ours. Everything is out of control. We're not the ones doing any of it. Now, if you go a little deeper, we are actually the ones doing everything, but don't attach to that. So, practice. Because if you practice, you'll start to see that the doer, the controller, the one that wants, the one that is, the one that is trying to be something isn't real. It's just thinking. It's words. And you are not words any more than the dinner that you eat isn't the menu. So practice. As I always say, whatever you do, just practice. Thank you for your time today. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.